Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is a scene for the Kingdom of the Southern Gate. Um, it's a continuation of the last scene that we were on. Basically, Fiona has joined Rocky as she runs around the spring court, kind of doing errands and kind of deepening some of the things that she has to attend to for the position she's taking on. And she's been having a pretty good morning about it. She met her guard. She met She took care of the high seers, so made sure he didn't die of a hangover. But it occurs to her that there is a task that she keeps forgetting she has to do, that she has to do.
Yes, speaking of that task, she's walking with Fiona to see Hayden, and she realizes that Dominic's office is near here. So she says, "Would you mind if we make one quick stop on the way to Hayden? I keep
Oh, yeah, sure. I don't mind at all.
Wonderful, thank you." And she'll lead her to Dominic's office.
Oopie doopie.
Wait, holy shit. Who's taking care of the kids, Johnny?
They are with Liam at the moment.
Okay.
Although she can totally have that fucking freak out.
Like, okay, yeah, I'm totally down with that.
Totally have that freak out. Go ahead. He's sitting at his desk working.
What? She blinks, looks at Rocky, looks back at Dominic, looks at Rocky.
Her.
Dominic, what the fuck are the kids? Oh my god, what did we leave them out? Oh my god, what if they fuck? Oh my god, what if they did something with the outlets or did something with the frying pan? Oh my god, I don't have a gun, but what if they buy a gun? What if they become criminals in the black market? What are we gonna do? We can't have our kids on.
Oh my god. What are you saying?
Who's taking care of the kids, Dominic?
Liam.
Oh.
They're with Liam.
Oh.
He's really good with kids.
Oh, okay.
He's really good with kids.
Hands up. Like, he took him exploring in the garden while I do some work.
Okay, I need a minute.
Okay.
Are you sit down here.
I wouldn't leave our children alone, Fiona. Like,
that's what, I thought that you had a thing to do and that I was supposed to have them today.
No, no. I had to do some emergency paperwork because of someone apparently getting their house set on fire, and I asked Liam to watch the children.
Okay, great. She'll throw a thumbs up. All I needed to know.
Blink at her. Like, just shake his head and look back at Rocky.
Does he have a title or anything?
No. He is actually one of the higher members of the court, but he doesn't have a title. He's just he's the vernal advocate.
Oh wait, out of character. When you say title, do you mean have an entitlement?
He does have an entitlement, but she probably wouldn't know that.
Okay.
No, I'm talking about like Baron,
but no,
Lord, something like that.
Not really. He just kind of smiles politely at her, just waiting.
Dominic, I have a request to make of you on behalf of my fiance and I.
Oh, of course. Is it something the matter?
Since my baby's not from this timeline, there's no birth certificate and such. So we need paperwork for him to be legal.
Mm-hmm.
Like a home birth, and we spaced on it and got caught up in being parents or something. I don't know what exactly, but we could really use your assistance on this.
How old is he? Rough guess.
5 months.
Okay, 5 months.
She'll actually give days after 5 months, just because that connection, but doesn't know why she knows that.
Okay. He'll pull over like a legal pad and kind of start writing some things down. he'll just kind of, he's basically taking notes, and he'll say, I have all of His Majesty's information. When you get a chance, if you could give me yours.
Certainly.
I'll knock out some documents.
With her memories of her past gone, can she remember her own birth date?
No.
So she'll offer to write them down for him, and she gets to her birth date portion, and she's just staring at it like.
He'll look up, and he'll tilt his head and say, is something the matter?
I trying to remember something, but it's not there.
Did you forget your birthday?
He'll nod.
Do you have an ID?
That's a good idea, and she'll pull out her ID and look at it.
Smile.
And she'll write down the information off the ID.
As she's writing, you hear a Dad, 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 and he just kind of looks up, and one of the kids, like the littlest one, like the 5-year-old, bursts in, and like runs full tilt, flies through the air, and jumps into his lap, and he just catches them with like an oof. Working, but he has that look on his face like, I'm working, but I guess I'm working with you. And he'll kiss the top of their head, and
she's looking at it, but you can tell that she doesn't like something, like she's not comfortable with it.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a disconnect from what this says. But she'll put away the ID and slide him back to paper with her information.
The little one will notice that Fiona is there, by the way, and like light up and run over to her and crawl into her lap.
But she
also wrote.
Go
ahead, Fiona.
No, I just said which Fiona is more than okay with. I imagine the children can keep up with Fiona's ridiculous speed.
Yes. She wants mommy to talk.
Okay, yeah, that's okay. That I cannot replicate that speed, guys.
She will also write down the name Devon Ross Caverly.
Okay. The little one, by the way, is going off about peacock feathers. Liam took them to pick up peacock feathers, and she made mommy a hat with peacock feathers on it.
She uses multiple adjectives to describe how awesome the hat is, and she is now wearing the hat.
Yes, she will. You know when those kids make those like those little, I hate to put it like this, but one of those indigenous Indian hats with like the feather.
Oh no, that's not something they're gonna wear outside of here, though.
But it's got like a bunch of them on it, not like one or two little peacock feathers, but it's like a mess of peacock feathers and glue and like
okay, so
rocks.
So no one's gonna be like, you're appropriating my culture. It's like, oh, a child made you a hat.
Fox is not going to come and punch her in her nose. You're fine. Okay. Yeah, but it's got like, it's like a band of paper or like felt with like all of the peacock feathers in it and like rocks that she found that she liked. She's the artist one. Okay. And like, it's just like, oh shit. And she's like, it looks so pretty on you, mommy.
Oh my god, it looks amazing. This is one of the best things ever.
And she like clap her little hands. And she'll hop up and she'll basically run back over to Dominic, and she'll hold up like she made him like a little bracelet with like a peacock feather on it, and he'll smile at her and take it and like let her slip it on his wrist, and he'll say it's beautiful and kind of like boop her nose, and she'll be like, that's all I wanted, bye, and she'll like bolt out like Fiona would.
Bye.
I love you. Bye. And Dominic just shakes his head and looks down and like starts writing again. Devin Ross Caverly, birthday. Got it. And he'll kind of bang his fists on the table, like drumming them. Like, we're good.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. If whatever you need for this or in payment, just let me know.
Oh, but no payment is my service to the court. I'm happy to do it. But, I'll keep it in mind.
Thank you again.
I'll smile at her. And I'll give Fiona a smile.
Fiona smiles back.
And she'll give a nod of thanks and turn and start heading out back towards Hayden's.
Oopie doopie.
See you later, Dominic. Look forward to you at home.
He'll like blink, like, I don't know what you were saying, but chicken for dinner.
I'll see you at home. As long as you say.
Yeah. We'll just call after. I'm making chicken and rice for dinner.
Yay!
So how do you like being a mother?
I don't know. It's pretty fun, you know. I mean, it's really, 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 really hard. And there's a lot of things that you just really didn't expect. And you really have to put a lot of attention into the small things. But overall, I think it's a really, 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 really rewarding thing to do. I mean, like back where I came from, like I was almost expected to be a mother. So, you know, I took on a lot of things and I knew a lot of what to do in like a very like theoretical way. I think that's the word, theoretical, isn't it? Or maybe hypothetical. Or I got a lot of training for it. Yeah, that's what it is. I got a lot of training for it. So, yeah.
You're very lucky. You have 3 children. That is amazing. When we rescued those children, I would never have thought of being a mother. And now that I have my son, I couldn't think of not being one.
Yeah,
You
same.
know?
It just feels like natural and shit.
Yeah.
Everything okay?
Just not used to being away from him so much. We were away all last night, and then gonna end up being away most of today because I'm gonna take up slack for Donati not feeling well, at least until he's feeling better this afternoon. And then I'm gonna go home, take care of Ash, who has a hangover, see my son again. It's just weird going from just being the best friend of the king to suddenly engaged to him with a child and with him, and like there's things that have happened that I never even thought about. Like you can have sex when you're an adult and it's okay.
Yeah, you can definitely have sex with adult and it's just fine.
And like it feels good. Like really good.
Yeah, get it.
I kind of picture Fiona kind of almost giving her a fist bump.
Yeah.
She'll fist bump her back.
I mean, the biggest thing that I learned from all of it is really sometimes you kind of just have to take care of yourself sometimes. And I don't mean that in a selfish way. I mean that in the sense that your child's going to need you at 100% all the time. Well, okay, maybe not all the time, but a good amount of the time. So it's always good to recharge your batteries. And sometimes that can even mean space away from them. And it's not a bad thing. What it is you taking the time that you need to make sure to be the best mother you can be. That's why I go out relatively infrequently, but I still go out sometimes.
She nods. Part of why I offered to come and help with things, weapons and such if we need them.
Yeah, that's definitely a really great thing. I imagine. What are they called? What do they call those things? Those meat cleavers? Clavigers. Clavigers. That's what they're called. Clavigers. Probably use a lot of that.
I wasn't gonna bring clavigers, but I guess if necessary, I could call one.
No. I mean, like, make weapons for the clavigers and stuff if you want to do that. Unless that may be too business related for you. I'm sorry. I'm just kind of thinking of random ideas. I know it's your life and stuff, and I'm not really trying to tell you how to live it. I'm just thinking of random things for you to help because I'm your friend.
And I appreciate that. No, I hadn't even thought about making stuff for the clavigers. I guess I should talk to Lord Antonine about that. Maybe once all the rest of this gets settled. So I'm getting married in November.
Ooh, fun.
I was curious. Would you be willing to be one of my bridesmaids?
Sure, I'm down to be a bridesmaid. Wait, does that require me to stand still for a long amount of time? That's fine. I can do it. I've done it before.
It's gonna be a small, short wedding, so probably not.
Okay, great.
But there will be a party afterwards, so you can dance and move all you want.
It's gonna be so fun.
I just need to make sure that Tashi doesn't kill Hayden before then, because Hayden's supposed to take care of the planning for it.
Well, I actually have a few ideas about that. Well, not a few ideas. Some things have already happened that I should probably let you know about. Namely, the fact that I told the Summer King that I was totally going to fight Toshi for him if that ever came down to it.
Well, at the moment, I'm about to fight Toshi for what happened.
Yeah, because can I offer you my honest opinion? I know I'm not a spring courtier, so this is just me talking to you as your friend.
Sure.
If nothing happens to Toshi, the spring court will look totally weak, and that would be really fucked up. Like, because that's really not okay. Because then it'll look like, oh, the spring court doesn't really punish those that transgress against one another, and then they're going to be seen as weak, and then people, especially like some are not only going to be like, hey, but fuck those guys though, and then like absolutely, there's not going to be any respect when you guys are actually taking over the crown in the spring. And it's not going to be fun at all. So I really suggest doing something about that.
Oh, I'm planning on it.
Just throws a thumbs up. Also, if you want to oversee the fight between me and Toshi if it happens, I'm totally down for that, especially since, it's still technically your problem and I'm just kind of part of it. Sorry for being a part of your problem, by the way. Anyway, I'm totally down for, listening to you and, being as cooperative as I can and fighting a member of the Spring Court as you're like the Spring Queen to be or something. I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand the politics here.
Somebody walking past goes, "She's your queen to be." Just like
I'm
that.
not gonna lie, I didn't even understand that reference. What reference even is that? Is that a musical? Is that a TV show? Is that a radio show? Oh wait, do you watch radio shows? I used to listen to radio shows all the time. Those are really fun. That dude's gonna get talked down now.
They just start loudly walking down. It's one of the sage escorts just fucking around. And he just sings that from Coming to America. Like happily.
I imagine he regrets his decision.
It's one of the sage escorts. Their patience is in abundance.
Okay, that's fair.
And Hayden should be in this wing resting.
Are we going to run across a lone Millie before you get there?
Me?
Yes.
Maybe. I don't know. I was about to message you and ask you a question, but
Ask it. Ask away.
oh, it's not a hangout question.
Okay, well then ask it in the thing.
That's what I'm doing.
Do you need a reason to be here, Millie?
Oh no, she got a reason. Healing. She needs healing.
Girl.
Oh shit!
Never mind. She'll just come in.
Basically, the general gist of it is let's see where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
So it's I. You don't see what happens here.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, it's we'll see what happens here.
Okay.
Let's go.
So we'll see a limping Millie, I guess?
Oh,
Yeah.
God. Millie comes in looking like she got hit by at least 6 different cars, but she looks happy about it.
Oh my gosh, Millie, you okay? Oh my God, what happened to you? Oh my God, it looks like you got hit by like 20 different cars. Oh man, I remember that happened to one guy back in New York. Way back in the day. Like, you know, when cars first came out, people were not good drivers when cars first came out. I remember I saw one dude driving on a sidewalk. That really wasn't fun. Anyway, did that happen to you? Did you get hit by a guy that was driving a car on a sidewalk, Millie?
Nope, I am awesome. I am so awesome right now.
She looks like she has been choked, and like there are like handprints covering her, and she's limping, and she has like, it looks like she possibly may have cracked a rib.
Definitely cracked a rib.
Definitely cracked a rib.
Fiona's gonna be like, what kind of fight did you get into? Who'd you fight? Did you win? I hope you won.
I got into the best kind of fight. The kind of fight where both people win.
I don't really understand what that means. It's not really a fight where you can, oh, you were fucking.
Ow!
Do you need a hand?
Or 6. It hurts.
Rocky.
It's a good hurt, but it hurts.
Well, Rocky's probably actually close to the height to be almost like a crutch for Millie. You said Millie's short?
She's like 5'5".
Yeah, you're still 7 inches taller than Rocky. No, 8 inches.
It's all right. Fiona's gonna be Fiona, and does Millie like piggyback rides out of character?
She would not mind piggyback rides out of character, but I am guessing that in the state she is currently in, piggyback rides are out of the question.
Damn. All right.
Too much bouncing on the rib.
She'll just limp it. She's got this. She's a strong, independent woman.
Fiona's
And heal people, by the way.
yeah, Fiona is gonna be like, you don't have to land on me. It's okay. Wait a minute. You're not gonna get like sex juices on me, are you?
She's gonna stop and look at Fiona, and then she'll reach over and like squeeze her cheeks, like just sweetly squeeze her cheeks and go, "You're just too adorable for words. Shush."
No, seriously. Are you getting sex juices on me? I have to
I
hold my
showered. I
Oh.
took a shower. My hair is still wet.
I don't know what that's from, Millie. That could be from anything. Considering the night you told me about, that could have been a golden shower for all I know. Wait a minute. Was it?
Oh, no, too far. There's no way. The only pee I am swimming through is fish pee, and that's because it just happens to be in the ocean.
Okay, great. Seriously, I don't want my children to be rubbing each other's hair, and then one of them stands up out of nowhere, and I don't understand why. And by the way, yes, I saw that fucking movie. It was awful. Let's go.
So do you know how to like avoid whale pee and stuff then?
There's no avoiding it. You just kind of close your mouth and hope for the best.
You know what that means? It still gets in your ears and your nose and shit, right?
Yep. You just hope for the best.
Does it burn your eyes?
No?
In the case where you accidentally left your mouth open, what did it taste like?
Ocean water?
Are you saying that whale pee is ocean water? Like it tastes the same way? So are you saying it's salt water? Is that what you're telling me? I mean, if it is, that's probably okay. And I definitely.
Maybe she's just saying it's salty.
You guys have made it to Hayden, by the way, and he's just watching this shit. Like,
I'm fine with that.
like Hayden's just watching the group of them, like, okay.
Millie is at this point looking at Hayden like, help me.
Oh, by the way, it stands to mention Fiona is wearing a hat that is pieced together by probably some construction paper, glue, and peacock feathers.
And rocks, pretty
Alright.
rocks.
And
And
pretty
it has
rock.
pretty rocks.
Yep, pretty rocks. My bad. Thank you.
Stylish.
The daughter that made that one, by the way, her name is Aaliyah.
Okay. I have a character. I need to learn my teacher's names.
I'll write it for you right here.
Okay, thank you. Actually, can you throw it in my blue book? So that way I have that record of it. Actually, no, throw it in there and then I'll throw it on my blue book. It's not that big a deal.
Rocky will look to Hayden, give him a nod and a concerned look.
Hi, Lightning Buddy. I just came to check up on you. I really hope you're okay. How are you doing?
He'll like take a deep breath, and he tries to like talk that fast, but he had so much damage to him done that even though he was healed, he's still damaged.
Millie kind of looks at him and tilts her head and goes, "You look like you got worked over worse than I did."
Mm-hmm.
And he enjoyed it far less too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Slower.
I was set on fire. And so was my house and all of my things. You know what they ask when they ask you what will be the first thing you take out of your house when it catches on fire?
Is the answer you?
It was me.
I've never been asked that question.
Because your house is water and it wouldn't catch on fire?
No, my house is a mansion where I live with my uncles
Oh,
and a
That's-
cat.
and a cat. What's the cat's name?
I don't know. I hate the cat. I never learned its name. Cats tend to eat fish, so it likes to bite me a lot. So I mostly just, kick it down the stairs and tell it to go fuck itself. Maybe
Right,
one
fair.
day I'll set the cat on fire.
You know, right?
Millie, what the fuck?
Don't ever kick the cat here, please. Luna is far too sweet for that.
I won't kick the cat unless the cat tries to bite me.
She won't try to bite you.
You're obviously not half fish.
She won't try to bite you.
Hayden's just looking at a lot of these females like, what the fuck?
Oh, she kind of looks horrified at Millie, like, what the shit?
I'll be right back, cut again, please.
But, speaking of getting worked over, I'm pretty sure that this rib is about to puncture my lung. Is there anyone who can fix that?
Yeah, he should be. There he is. And she'll take you over to the doctor guy whose name I don't remember. Had I known that healing was going to be needed, I would have just brought a couple of my berries, but yeah. Mental note, bring them when we go after these guys.
Did you guys ask Hayden to heal you?
No, I went over to the doctor guy.
And then I said, out of character, I was like, is it Lucas?
No, it's not Lucas.
Damn it. Continue.
The doctor's not in right now, but they would have given you something to heal her. Like the office of the doctor, the hubs that serve the infirmary. They also did have to almost bring Hayden back from the edge this morning, so they're a little harried. Toshi wasn't playing when he said he beat him within an inch of his life.
I'll be right back. My kids are tattling on each other.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Once she's standing there taking the potion or whatever to make her feel better, Rocky's gonna go back to Hayden.
He'll smile to her. He's still pretty. He's got some pink burning across like his side. They did heal him as best they could, but he's pretty fucking sore up.
You know, doing this is gonna make it hard to plan a wedding. And I'd just rather you not die.
I thought we were done last night. I thought we had settled it. Apparently I thought wrong. I was willing to let it go. He was sexually harassing my lover. But you know what? They're friends. So I tried to look aside about it. But then he had to call me out.
And it will be dealt with.
Your Majesty,
Back.
Your Majesty, I'm from a culture in which doing that equal demands death. I think I was holding back. I could have paid Rogild. I could have sent him back to his ancestors. But no, I'm not that kind of man anymore. This isn't the Viking era. He'll shake his head.
Oh shit, you're a Viking? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I was born in 10 something. Wait, I lost count. I was a bit of Thor's lightning. The other side.
Oh, nice. If it means anything, I'm the essence of the power source of a war factory.
I'll smile.
Is it all right for me to jump in?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it's more than all right for you to jump in.
Okay. Your character is alerted to the fact that his boo was set on fire this morning.
See, I was ready to let this shit go.
Yup. It's set on fire. Okay. Donati conveyed to your character that your boo, this is still early in the day, by the way, so you're probably just learning this.
Mm-hmm.
Boo was set on fire, beat to within an inch of his life, and then left for dead.
Okay.
So he's basically been laying low at the spring court, homeless and recovering.
Okay. Xavier walks in. Where are we?
In
The infirmary
the
area.
infirmary? Yeah.
Xavier walks into the infirmary. And I guess perception, empathy.
I don't think I need to roll to know that Xavier's pissed.
Oh no. It's important for the scene.
Boy. Oh boy.
I don't think we even chosen a thing for the scene.
Yeah, I didn't know we'd be rolling
I'm going
dice.
number 2, since number 1 didn't hit a lot recently.
Okay. Don't forget to set up the divider thing. All right, you got it. Question, because I think I forgot last night.
Hmm?
Uh-huh.
This is to Johnny. Elementals lose 10 again on empathy, right?
Yep.
Okay. I accidentally did go with it last night. That is my bad. I forgot about it.
Whatever.
Hey, it's all good. I got 3. See what everyone else
So
gets.
we're doing wits empathy.
Yes, please.
Oh.
I have no successes.
Okay. Who got successes? Please let me know.
Is Millie rolling or not? Wait, no, Millie's AFK. Fiona got
Millie's there, but I don't think she can roll, so if somebody can roll for her, that would be obliged.
Thank you.
How many dice?
My thing's not working right.
How many dice?
I heard.
2.
Oh my god.
She got a success.
Woo!
With one success, you understand that you can see like the pained look on his face. It's pretty evident. 3 successes. This is not a person that's dealt with emotions, and something that is his has been hurt. And it's more or less, you know how people have like 2 emotions, yes and no? Xavier is one of those people. He has a yes and a no face. It is gone to anger. Not like grief, like, baby, are you okay? I'm going to make this right. That is the expression that is on his face.
Oh, shit. Here we go.
Hayden will basically push himself up to sit a little bit higher, kind of wince.
Yeah. If he needs
and
to,
kind of
okay to be like thoughtful for him.
he'll look at Xavier, just kind of like furrow his brow.
He'll kiss him on the forehead. It's okay. And that's all he says. It's going to be okay. Don't worry about it.
Millie's mumbling something under her breath, but not like a mean sort of mumble.
That doesn't mean shit. It's Millie. I'm rolling what's composure.
He'll nuzzle his shoulder and kind of nod.
It doesn't mean anything.
I have a lot to take care of now. I have to. Oh God! I have to find a place to live. I have to.
You're living with me. It's fine.
He'll kind of look at him like, "Oh."
I just, because of the businesses that I have and the people I work with, my hollow is rather empty. So you're more than welcome to have a room of your own.
He'll nod. We can hammer out the details later.
Of course. It's a very resolute expression. One thing that you will know, Tim, based off your 3 successes, it's that look where when I said things, I'm gonna make it right.
He's gonna kill him.
No, it's like
Okay.
it's that Red City resoluteness.
Oh God, he's channeling. So, oh no,
Xavier's Red City guy.
no, no.
Thanks for the inspiration.
No, oh no. I'm not playing the character that can deal with that. Like, look, this is gonna
Look,
be
we're
fun.
gonna kill everybody, but it's gonna be fine.
Okay, this is gonna be fun navigating that kind of character with Fiona.
Millie's just gonna look up and kind of have that like vaguely innocent look to her.
Oh, by the way, I got 2 successes to hear you.
Huh?
I got 2 successes to hear Millie, which you said under the breath.
I'll PM you.
Huh?
I'll PM you.
Oh shit! Here we go.
Your Majesty, you have my word that I will keep this in house and not do anything to bring shame to the Spring Court.
I know I only met you just last night, but Xavier, what's your name? Right?
Yes.
Well, I should let you know, since you are definitely a part of this now, it's already not entirely in-house.
By him
What?
trying to fight last night, and the Summer King stepping in, we lost the chance to keep it in-house. But
And
he will be dealt with.
All right.
yeah, I did tell the Summer King that I would be willing to fight for him because, quite frankly, I'd rather not see a changeling die. And if he fights the Summer King, he most likely will die.
And the room darkens and you get an uncomfortable chill on your spine.
Mine specifically?
Everybody's,
Okay.
after what Rocky said.
Oh,
Because
wow.
she's got Mantle 4 and it starts doing stuff like that.
I PM'd you too.
I just wanted to give you that fair heads up.
Oh, I do have that. Johnny, PM.
Oh, shit! Yeah.
Millie just kind of looks at everybody. She's got that really innocent look on her face, and she goes, "That weird Japanese guy? Because I can drown him."
Look, let's not look. She'll look to Millie and say, at the end of the day, this is primarily a Spring Court issue. My involvement in it was, well, it's rather superfluous at best.
Woo! Fuck! Woo!
Would point to Xavier and go, "But he's my friend."
Salt and fucking earth!
Oh my god, I want to know what's happening now.
Well, hold on. Let's bring it back.
Salting the earth.
Bring it back in.
Salt and fucking earth, son.
As Millie says, but Xavier's my friend. Fiona's response is she'll turn to Millie. She doesn't look like she's really aggro, but she's just kind of in that serious mode. And she'll say, I understand that. I also consider Hayden my friend. And he is my kithmate. Not seeming mate. Kithmate.
Oh, Millie's face will get like really serious, and she'll nod and go, "Oh."
Hayden will smile at her.
She'll look at Hayden and give him this kind of like understanding, not understanding look, but like a look like there's a mutual thing or understanding, I guess. I guess it would be understanding. And she'll go, "Well, any friend of Fiona's is a friend of mine."
He'll give her a soft, kind grin.
You'll see Xavier get like this emotionless look in his eyes. Because he does a compute pose. And you just see his thumbs move at an impressive rate. And then he'll phone will make an audible click. I feel better now.
Xavier, what did you just do?
What? I feel better now. Huh?
Can they want to take a walk with me? You want to go ahead and take a walk?
Me, specifically.
Yeah.
I'd rather not leave the person that has shown me affection.
Okay.
I didn't know what that felt like. He showed me
Would you-
that, and he's hurting right now. And
you
I'm
rather-
ready. Be blunt.
Would you rather me bring up to you what I I'm planning on bringing up to you here. I'd just rather not call you out in a public way. If you're okay with it, I can do it. And just know that I still do it with all respect.
We can walk and talk.
All right.
Kisses Hayden on the cheek. I'll be right back.
Because I don't care if Fiona knows them fairest, and she ain't gonna be like, yo, but fuck you in front of everybody. Because then that's just gonna make him defensive immediately.
About that.
I go out, and she'll look to Xavier, and she'll say, you look a lot like a soldier right now, just saying.
I can't help what I am.
Nor did I say you should. All that I'm saying is, well, I know that the High Saracen Springs console is specifically requested this to not get too blown up, as it were. I'll be honest, my bearing in it is very negligible on a personal level, other than my pithmate inside, so you are more than free to tell me to fuck off. I'm just letting you know that rash actions may start making things worse.
He'll look, and it's almost as if it's lifeless. It's cold and completely hollow, almost as if the look that he's giving you, whether or not it's intentional, you're not quite sure. It looks like he's looking through you, kind of
Okay.
the way a person looks through like a hunk of meat.
That's fair. All right.
Let me ask you a question.
All right.
I am a person of action. And how do I'm using too many words.
You can't stand by and do nothing while this is happening, therefore you have to do something.
The action that I took is the most lenient thing I could do.
She'll nod, and she'll say, all right. I don't want what I'm going to say next to be misinterpreted as any kind of threat or anything like that, because it's not that.
Mm.
I do just want to remind you
Mm.
that though you personally feel a way, and it is entirely valid, trust me, I am in summer. I am saying that your anger is entirely valid right now.
I don't make actions if I'm not prepared for the consequences.
What about the consequences for Hayden? Depending on what they are, depending on what he did.
Hayden has me, and that's all he needs.
Eyebrow will go up. Fiona just had a red flag. Red flag, like, okay.
The noise I made was so unholy. Never change. Never change.
Right? Shit. Yeah.
It's one of those things where if I'm going to take an action to break someone, because this is what that is, Understand, they have to know that they've been broken. He's going to know what broken feels like. Understand that. And no one will know what happened. He will just be broken. He'll grow in time. But then again, that's not my problem. Is there anything else you needed?
No, that's it. I just wanted to make sure that she was cool.
I'm
Well,
happy we could work together, Fiona. You seem like a nice person. And then his smile gets like really wide and almost like something is broken inside of him. And it's just like, okay.
so to say. Looking forward to it, Xavier.
Indeed.
Sorry I took you out here. I didn't want to call you out in front of everyone else in there. You seem like you're someone that values your pride like that. And the last thing that I wanted to do was rile you up even more.
Riled up. I haven't been riled up in a while. But apparently people think I'm a joke in a game. Golly, I love proving people wrong. Such a fun, warm, fuzzy feeling. As he kind of shouts the last words.
You caused Donati to jump as he's kind of walking up. You
Hi,
seem to.
Dad.
Hello, son. He'll
How are
hold
you?
a small box up to him. It's wrapped in very pretty paper with like a little bow, and he'll smile.
He'll look at it. I apologize in advance for this, Johnny. He looks at it. What's this?
He'll smile and say, "Happy birthday."
I will look fondly upon this day.
He'll smile and like offer it to him.
What's in it?
Oh, you said he looks in it?
Yeah, what's in it?
It's a very it's a watch, and it's pretty, but you can tell that it has sentimental value.
Hmm.
And there's an inscription on the back.
I read the inscription.
I'm gonna PM it to you really quickly. Hold on.
Depending on what happens, I might scare a few people.
That's the inscription on the back.
Wow.
And he'll give him a warm smile.
Thank you.
I know Hayden's hurt, so if you want to put off dinner tonight, I'd understand.
It's appreciated.
Just smile at him.
I'm going to need something from you.
Of course. What do you need?
Remember when I told you yesterday that you owed me a favor?
He'll kind of roll his eyes and smile and nod his head.
All right. Well, I'm calling in that favor.
Of course.
And I should do that. That is the most dickish, vindictive thing I can think of right now.
What do you want your dear, darling, homicidal father, who was also a cannibal, to do?
How far does this go? What can I ask of you? This is in front of everyone.
He says, you could ask me of anything. My willingness to do it.
Since you're acting ruler, right? You act with the authority of the king, yes?
Nod.
And he looks at him, and it's almost as if somebody has been through too much too fast. And I his eyes begin to tear. And then a single tear like falls out of his eyes, make him courtless. He is a danger.
His lips thin as he thinks.
Rocky will walk forward, having heard this. It's under consideration. He obviously does not respect his fellow members of court. As are other punishments.
The crown, or agents therein, cannot consider your request lightly, but feel that this course of action is quite valid and will be given the strongest consideration.
For your son.
Looking to Rocky.
For your son. I trust you. He hands him his phone and brings up the last message that he sent.
His brow will go up. In addition to.
It was an impulse, and I owe you this much. He's lucky he's alive right now.
His face, his face just looks like I'm so proud of you right now. Why the fuck you make so much work for me?
Fiona's actually going to look over to the naughty and she'll ask, do you need someone to go and rescue the soon-to-be courtless from a severe amount of pain?
No. That the soon-to-be courtless will not be touched. But eye for an eye. He'll just shrug.
She nods and backs right on off.
You understand that this could escalate from here. Is this really what you want, Xavier? If you tell me right now that this is what you want, and you're calling in your favor, and if you tell me that, I will carry this out. Is this really what you want? hope Anthony's there.
He might be not realizing he's muted.
Or he's thinking. I think he's just thinking.
Or
Dun, 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 dun.
Are you there, Heather?
I am here.
Okay.
I'm just laughing.
Sorry, I missed everything that just happened. I apologize.
It's fine. Naughty. Donati basically said that if he basically like faced Xavier
Mhm.
and said, "Is this really what you want?" Because it could result in retaliation. But if it's what you want, I will carry this out.
It's one of those looks he gives back that somebody that's been through too much trauma, and he looks at him and he says, as long as he's okay, I don't give a damn what happens to him.
He's going to confer with Rocky very quickly. They're going to discuss what you messaged me.
Oh,
Okay.
Um,
that is what it is.
he'll come back to him
Okay.
and he'll say, "Would you be amenable to Toshi being removed from the court and having his assets seized in compensation to what Hayden has lost?"
Will he be able to live the way he lives, or will he be living in squalor?
I imagine that once he is out of the protection of the spring court, the summer court is not going to make his life easy. He did attack the motley mate of the king. Without the court's protection, I'll shrug.
All right.
Is that amenable to you?
Amenable. I don't care about his flesh puppets.
Like, he looks so much like he wants to give you everything you could possibly ever ask for, but realizes he can't. So he's doing his very damned best.
Mm-hmm. That last part, Xavier called what he sent in his text. He says he doesn't care about his flesh puppets. That was something that he said.
Okay. So basically Donati will nod and he'll say, "I need to speak to Dominic. I'm going to have I'll have his minions rounded up and charged with anything and everything that can be found on them. Underage drinking, drug use."
Maybe I wasn't clear. They're already dead.
His brows go up.
Wait, what?
They're dead.
When you say flesh puppets, who are you talking about?
His next of kin. What else would I be talking about?
What the fuck? Yeah, at this point, she turn
Xavier, if you have any way to stop this, I would recommend it. Why did you escape if you're just going to go right back in your heart? I understand where you're coming from. You know I do. But if we're no better than what we left, that place, I know that you finally found something that you connect to. I can see it in your eyes, which I have been desperate for. But you are better than this. There's a way to strike and make yourself seem strong and not make the court look weak without going too far. And if people die in this, you would have gone too far. And I know you're angry, and I don't blame you. You have every reason to be. But when I found you, when you fell out of the hedge, you were feral, starving, lost. And you have come so far already. And if you do this, you're going to take 20 steps back. So please, call your men off. Have mercy.
What's mercy? It's a legitimate question.
He knows. He gets it. The strength isn't in the man's strike, but how he can hold his arm. And hold it back if he must. And sometimes the greatest insult you can show someone is a life well lived. He will never have what you have. You have a man that loves you by your side, who you would obviously do anything for. What does he have? He has stars, pretty little twinkling things that glow about him that he will never be able to touch. He has nothing of significance. Money? That's all he wants. Cash, 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 cash. What does it do? Nothing. I have never seen a hearse pulling a U-Haul. And all of this love that he's given by these sycophants who follow him, they will never love him as much as I've seen the love that you can instill in people. But if you take this action and you don't show mercy and you bring death, look at Fiona.
Looks at Fiona. What about her?
Is that what you want? Is that the way you want people to see you?
She's a soldier.
Turns to nodding.
She's a soldier. He looks at it like a statement. Like,
but look at the shock that she showed. The aversion. You have a microcosm of what's going on right here. And this isn't a game. This is real life. And people's lives. Who you're willing to condemn to death because of the stupidity of one person who, yes, hurt the person that you love.
I don't know how to stop.
I can give you one option. Tell me who you sent and where they were sent.
It's not that. He's. I'll just get angry again, and then what?
Fiona, like, her sparks intensify, and she just
I'll
says,
look at him and I'll snap again.
and you can snap, you can whoop his ass. He has that coming. Believe me, he has that coming.
All right.
But condemning people that happen to be related to the guy that did you a significant, I'm not going to devalue that. It was a significant wrong, and it deserves to be answered. Look, I don't know where you went. I don't know what you went through. So I can't go on and try to say better this, da 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 da. But what I can tell you is you're here now. You were strong enough to get out of that. You were strong enough to defy that.
I think it's appropriate to see what he does next. If I roll my clarity to see if he's able to hold on.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it.
All right. Yeah.
I'm so glad we split this scene up in two.
Right?
Clarity 6. Okay. Oh wow, that is exactly 1 success.
He just barely.
He just barely made it. Just barely made. Wow.
You was waiting for that fail so you could be like, nah.
I was waiting for the fail out, but nah, but fuck you. And Xavier will call, and he will say, call it off.
I'll nod.
He's on the phone, he's talking to his retainer. He's like, call it off. They're talking, but I'm like, I'm right here. Like, I know. Call it off.
On the side, Fiona exhales, looks to Donati, and says, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna have to fight an assassin.
I'll nod. Yep. Uh-huh. I was gonna have to bring out the Red City again, but no, not today. We'll just shrug. Would have been really, really, really dampening to this hangover I have right now.
Yeah.
So we will have him removed from the court. And I will see to it that Dominic seizes his assets and does a very thorough wellness check on his retainers, several of whom I'm sure are underage. And that his assets be used to replace Mr. Stormborn's significant loss.
All right.
I'm proud of you. You were a man.
I'm a fucking idiot.
You weren't an idiot.
I'm a fucking idiot.
Why were you an idiot?
I should have killed him. I should have killed him. Should have skinned him alive.
That's Arcadia talking. And I'm not saying I'm innocent. I'm not saying there isn't blood on my hands since then. And if it keeps going, I'll help you.
Promise?
I Promise.
Looks over to Donati like, what's happening?
I remind you, for the umpteenth time today, Hayden is the Summer King's motley mate. I may not have time to get to him before that man decides that he's going to make a nice ashtray.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, if His Majesty wants to do something, all that good shit I was talking, even if I want to be like, no, Your Majesty, don't.
No, don't, please. He like waves his hands feebly, like, oh, okay. I believe that I have to pry Master Dominic from 3 children long enough to see to this task.
I can get them.
Are you sure?
I can grab them over here as long as we don't use bad language.
Xavier will look to Rocky if Rocky is still here.
He'll basically he'll text Dominic.
When I left the hedge, I was incapable of feeling any type of emotion. Toshi has done me a disservice. He has hurt something that I have, as you see him looking for words, affection for.
And she'll put a hand up on his shoulder. He has done a disservice to you and this court. He has shown that he lacks respect for those who are in service to this court, from the lowest steps to the highest reach. The court should be sticking together, not trying to kill each other. And the fact that he's now brought us on the edge of war with the summer, that is not acceptable.
I was going to eat his next of kin.
Just Fiona just has a more horrified look. She just doesn't understand that.
By note, the High Sheriff does not look particularly disturbed by that.
Rocky doesn't look particularly disturbed by that.
Yeah, he was just kind of like, huh.
What's your? How do you guys keep your clarity scores? I don't understand.
He looks over. What?
How do you keep? She didn't actually say clarity scores. Although she is just looking like, how are they not crazy?
What? Looking directly at Fiona. I came here broken. It wasn't an exaggeration. I came here with a cadaver on my back that I was eating along the way.
And were this autumn, I would let you eat his family in front of him. Strike that fear into his heart, but it is not. Were this summer, I would let you slay them, and him without a thought for his transgressions. But it's not.
I have anger, and I think that's what that's called.
And you have every right to it.
I feel warm. I don't know how to process this, and I want to hurt things.
She'll look to Donati.
Donati will look at her.
The training room. Is there anybody that could go and spar with him? Preferably protected on their part, at least, that he can. Or were there training dummies in there when I was there earlier? Out of character.
He'll shrug and say, "I could." Fiona. He'll look at Fiona.
Thank you. It's almost as if there is someone that is specialized in combat that is right here.
Go. Fight. Take out that anger, rage, until you can feel control of it. Then you use that. Spring is about passion. Like it. Draw on it. Let it grow. Let it become a shield. Let it become a sword. Let it become what you need to move forward. Do that with your affection. Harness it. It is a part of who you are. And the more you become comfortable with them, the better off you'll be for yourself and for this court.
As you say, Your Majesty.
Donati will actually give her a warm smile. Like he's glad to see that she's getting it.
Go spend time with your loved one, then on to spar with Fiona.
I need to do that now because if I see him again, I'm leaving here to eat him. Fiona
has three children glomp her all at once.
I can still do that. I just need to get them off of me first. Hi, guys. How's it going?
Hi, Mommy. Hi. And Dom just kind of walks up with his hands in his pockets like, oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello. Apparently, I'm supposed to do something for someone. Something. He'll just kind of like curiously cock his head, like
points to Xavier, and Donati is probably pointing in the wrong direction because 3 children.
He just shakes his head and in the most subtle way possible says, "They're not my type."
Xavier is carving things into his left hand with the butcher knife that he's pulled out of his pocket.
That does not seem sanitary. He'll just shake his hand. The little artist child, Aaliyah, will grab his leg. Like she fucking like wraps her arm around his leg and climbs up Xavier's side. Okay, like all but sits on his shoulder and like inspects his artwork. Like, no more.
Who are you?
I'm Fiona and Dominic's daughter. Who are you?
I hate you so much right now.
No, you love me. Everybody loves me. I'm Aaliyah.
It's true. Everyone does love her.
She'll kiss him on the cheek.
Doesn't know how to compute.
She's like, you have to make slashy carvings on your skin, but if you try to make circle carvings, it's just going to make your skin flap off.
You're right. Circle carvings.
God.
Aaliyah, what did I tell you about? What did I tell you about teaching people how to commit violence that you don't know?
I know all kinds of violence, Mommy. I know immigration and defenestration and like.
You're not supposed to talk about it with strangers.
Millie hears the word violence and comes running in so quick she skids across the floor. What?
She bangs into a fellow who basically like kind of looks down at her with a blink.
She'll reach up and boop his nose and then go, somebody said violence.
He'll wiggle his nose like, I just got my nose booped. Why? He'll kind of like wiggle it.
Whenever you're ready. Carve.
Okay. What am I doing? Dominic will stay.
I'm sorry, I missed all of that. My kid decided to come in and talk to me.
It's fine.
Collecting possessions, properties, money,
Okay.
resources, assets. Toshi?
Hoshi. Okay. Donati will tell him he's being removed from the court. And his brow will go up. So I need a clearer picture of exactly what it is you want me to do.
I could give you a diagram if you want.
Silence!
On your head?
Rocky will offer to go with Dominic to explain what's being done.
He'll smile at Her Majesty, and he'll look at Fiona, and he's like, "Are you okay with the children, or Liam? Do we?"
Bring them with us or send them to Liam. Fiona has business with Xavier.
Yeah. I just want to say hi to you three, okay? Mom and
They're
Dad,
like, yay! Bounce, bounce, bounce.
Mom and Dad have things to do, so you go find Liam, okay?
Are you gonna do big lady things?
Wait, what? Out of character, what was that? They go big. What?
Jason.
Big lady thing.
You're gonna go do big lady things.
And Jason's like, "Are you gonna go kick butt?"
Looks over at Xavier. I'll let you know after I'm done.
Mommy, Aaliyah says, this man has a butcher knife. He's gonna cut you.
Down to the white meat.
Down to the white meat.
Hold on. Hold on.
Fiona refrains from saying the joke that she was going to say because there's 3 children here.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's the one Dominic said.
Millie pokes Dominic's side.
He'll kind of shake his head and look down.
I want to go with you. There's possible violence, and you're cute.
He'll
I mean,
blink.
The violence will be happening with Fiona and Xavier.
The violence is
Okay,
that way.
I
Right?
just want to go with him because he's cute.
I thank you. He'll like his face, like he'll blink. Do I know you?
Nope.
that's my
What's your
friend.
name? This is your friend? He'll kind of like look at like Fiona, like this is your friend,
Millie,
She'll-
Dominic, Millie.
Dominic. Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's... Anyway, let's go before the. Yeah, Xavier, let's go.
Go with him. He'll point if you like violence, you should go with him. My office is a very violence-free place. Although I will have 3 of my children, me and Fiona's children, running around me specifically while I try to work, which I don't mind. He'll look at Fiona like, I don't mind. It's fine.
I'll
Okay.
help with them while we talk.
I'll help take care of the kids if I can teach them about dismemberment and drowning.
No,
I already know about dismemberment, John. I know more than you ever could.
no one's learning dismemberment here.
Aaliyah is getting hot.
Oh, thank you, water.
You probably don't even know what defenestration means.
Millie gives her this look that it's just like pure, I could drown you with my tail in 5 seconds and no one would know the difference.
Lady, one of us was tied to the waist of a true fae, and it wasn't you. So if you want to take me on, take me on!
Red City recruits.
No, no.
On me!
Oh, she does.
Really,
Millie gets this bright smile on her face and goes, I love these kids!
oh yeah, they're pretty great. They're pretty great. Pretty tough cookies.
They're mine now.
But seriously though, you don't teach them about dismemberment. I don't need any of that. None of that.
Dominic is just looking between Millie and Fiona like, what the fuck is happening?
She's gonna. She pokes Dominic's side again.
I'll look down at her again.
I'm just gonna marry Fiona and take these kids. You have a nice day. Bye.
Wait, who said that was?
I always suspected she was a
Kind of
lesbian.
like
Now I know. I'll nod.
I mean, okay. All I'm gonna say is, from where I come from, it was very frowned upon. But you know, I can go all kinds of places.
Dominic.
I can't stop laughing. I'm sorry.
He'll just shake his head like, well, I'll just run off and marry Xavier, then I guess.
I'm a very violent individual that takes joy in watching people suffer. I am not a good date.
That's like Millie, though. It's fine.
I mean, you may not be a good date for somebody else, but he just waves his hand like, no, I'm kidding. I can't even make that joke.
I mean, if you don't mind dating me and my boyfriend, that's fine.
I mean this with love. I'm straight.
They all say that. It gives them a wink.
Hey,
He'll just
they're always straight until they're on the train tracks. That's the saying, right?
is dying of laughter, silent laughter, just holding his mouth, watching them fuck with Dominic. Like, I've wanted to watch this for so long.
He will take a bloody finger and boop him on the nose. Boop.
And Millie is back in 5 seconds like she's
Someone, I need someone, because I can't open Discord right now or it'll murder everything, to roll me this motherfucker's composure.
Okay,
What am I rolling?
rolling. How many dice?
4.
Give me a number.
He's got
Damn.
4.
Okay,
Actually,
okay, you got it now.
Remove 1 though. Remove 1.
Okay, it's still 8. 1
8?
success.
Okay. He looks for a moment like he is going to pass out. Like when he boops his nose with the blood, and he sways for a second. Like he pales. It looks like he's about to pass out from that.
Oh shit! Like, she actually, yeah, no. Fiona kind of drops and she's like, "Oh shit, Dominic, are you okay? Oh my gosh!"
He'll just shake his head like, don't like blood.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I didn't know that. I'll make sure not to do that anymore. Which means we especially don't get to talk about dismemberment or other violent things around Dominic is not understood. 2 3 kids.
But mommy!
No, if it makes that pass out, then we can't do that. None of that. You can talk about it with me. It's not with him.
We can't talk about dismemberment with Daddy, but Daddy said we could talk to him about anything!
How's Daddy going to hear you if he's passed out?
If he's passed out, he just can't object to what you're talking about.
That's not how that works. That's not how works.
Blood and guts and eyeball goo! And they're bouncing around, and Dom fucking loses it and passes out. Like, he just goes down like a girl on prom night.
All right. Fiona gets the look
Down
now.
on his chest.
Fiona gets the look now. She's got the mom look, and she's like, I'm going to say it one more time. Stop.
They, like, boop, oh.
We're sorry, Mommy.
All right. You're still getting ice cream after this.
Did we make Daddy pass out?
I was just sitting on Dominic's chest, poking his face with her pointer fingers.
He is fucking cold. Dude is gone.
Wake up!
I had no idea he was homophobic.
His eyes will kind of slowly open up looking at Millie. Like, Well, you're not the woman I wanted to wake up to.
Damn.
I was going to say something really mean, but decided not to.
You can. There's nothing stopping you.
I called somebody a used condom yesterday.
Right?
That was the thing.
We literally just had to talk someone down and explain why it isn't okay to wipe out someone's family.
That was the
So,
thing.
what was Millie going to say?
She's not actually going to say this, so this is out of game at this point. She's going to lean forward and whisper in his ear, "At least I'm not on my period." I'm done.
Does he say that to him? Okay, because he'll pass back out if she does.
I don't want him to. That's why I'm going to say it.
You so said it, and he so passes back out.
All
He
right.
just put something in his ear, and he just blacks out again.
All right, Fiona, I will watch the kids until he's awake. If you and Xavier can go and work this off, take Millie with you. She could probably use the entertainment or distraction.
Yeah, you definitely need to work out some of that energy. You cool with it, Xavier?
I'm fine.
All right. Look,
So,
can
how about this really quickly? Because Rocky hasn't had terribly much scene time, why don't her and Dominic talk really quick, and then you guys can beat the fuck out of each other?
I don't mind that. I didn't even think we was going to play dice.
It's okay. We'll narrate most of it, but I do want Rocky to get at least a touch more scene time in, so
Of course.
I
basically
had most of the last scene, so I'm not too worried about it.
you'll basically get back to the office with Dom, kind of a little woozy, but he's still there, and he'll sit down and he'll get the gist from her. Like, he's got the kids will actually sit down because they feel bad about having made him passed out.
She was going to offer to carry one of them and kind of bounce them on her hip while she's talking to him.
Yeah, Aaliyah will basically kind of rest on her hip, and he'll just sit down and shake his head. Was that girl flirting with me?
I think so.
Wow. No. He'll shake his head. No.
She was flirting with Andreas last night. And I think they might have headed off somewhere together.
Oh, that's my motley mate. He'll just shake his head.
Just thought you should know that if you do even somewhere in the distance fathom the idea.
I don't know how to say this. I love my children very much. But they consume a lot of my time. I don't have time to take care of myself, much less a partner.
She'll nod, kind of a slight bit of understanding, knowing how much time her child takes.
I have to work very much, and I have to do a lot, and he'll just wave his hands and shake his head like, no, I don't have time. I barely have time to say more than 5 words to Fiona at any given day.
Time is a precious commodity.
He'll nod. You can give me a perception alertness roll. No, wrong one. Sorry. With sympathy. I'm sorry.
Okay. I take double penalties on that. I fail. I rolled a 1.
Um.
No, it wasn't a wild. It was an actual die. Never mind.
Okay.
I still had a die.
He just has his eyes go very, not blank, but just kind of like, he just shut his emotions down while he starts kind of working on the paperwork. She can't tell what the emotions are or things like that, but he just completely shut his emotions down and started like working on stuff, talking with her about what needs to be done, stuff like that.
He'll explain that they are taking his any land, property, finances, possessions. He'll be lucky if he has the clothes left on his back. It will be sold and or destroyed to compensate Hayden. Hayden, once he is better, will be living with Xavier, should that remain the case, if they are together at that time. I'm assuming so, but we know how fast things can change.
Yes. And he'll nod. Hayden, he'll shake his head and just kind of be quiet.
Hayden looks fabulous, by the way.
He does. But yeah, Dominic basically just kind of shakes his head. And he was going to say something, but he lets it go.
He will also be losing his right to this court, where he has shown disrespect to his fellow court members beyond just simple slights. Leaving somebody for dead is not easily forgivable.
She notices that his face kind of, as hard as he tries, he winces. I'm trying very hard to keep a manner of distance from this.
Of course.
It's not easy for me. No, I don't know if you understand. Hayden is the closest thing I have to a father. He's the one who found me. When I first came back, I was a very small child. I was only maybe 6 or 7. I was taken when I was an infant. And he tried his best. He was the one who... He raised me through my youngest years and then kept a close eye on me as I... About 10 or 11, I guess. After that, I got passed around the court a lot. But he's probably the closest thing I have to family in the court. I think sometimes that's why I'm so drawn to Fiona. She reminds me a little bit of him. And I never really had a family. And he's the closest thing I did have to a family. So I just want to see him. He'll shrug. He just shuts up and kind of looks back down.
We'll make sure he's taken care of.
He'll look up and smile and nod.
She'll run her hands through the girl's hair.
Squee!
He's not your only family, though. You have more now.
He'll smile. I do love them very, very much. And I'm happy for the home that Fiona and I have built. It may be unorthodox and a little bit strange, but it's ours. And he'll shrug. Kids are happy. I'm happy. I hope Fiona's happy. I don't know. I think she is. But he'll smile.
What do you think about llamas?
What? He'll just kind of, what?
Sorry, I was just wondering your thoughts on llamas. The long-necked, they're like a giraffe goat.
No, I never thought to, okay. I thought that was more like okapi, but I guess those are more like zebra giraffe. Anywho, I take the kids to the zoo a lot. I like them. They're nice. They're soft. I'm a llama, they'll say. I've been watching a lot of cartoons.
She'll just smile and nod.
Is there anything else you need, Your Majesty?
No, I think that about sums it up.
He'll nod. I really have to get these kids back home, and we have a couple of chores to see to, and it's Taco Tuesday. We'll kind of do the yay Taco Tuesday thing, and the kids are like Taco Tuesday.
And she'll set the girl down, look at her, and kind of. She doesn't have to kneel down much to kind of be eye level with them.
No.
And she looks at him. You're going to be good for him tonight, right?
We're
Help him
always
with
good, Papa. We love him.
help him with the chores.
We will.
Good kid.
No.
And she'll kiss them each on the forehead.
He'll collect them up. Good day, Your Majesty. I'll get on this right now. When I get home, I'll make some calls.
Thank you.
And he'll nod and leave. So back to the other ones.
All right, so the group was heading to the training room, correct?
Correct.
Yes, Queen.
Yeah, they're making a beeline for the training room. Since now that they've left, I assume they've been mostly silent. No, Fiona's there. They haven't been mostly silent.
Yeah, you can ask all the invasive questions you want.
No, it's not basic questions. It's a lot of bullshit. It's just talking. Partially because it's her, and partially because Xavier should not be allowed to sit in silence.
That's fine. That's legitimate.
For legitimate.
So once they get to the training room proper, sorry.
I said, go ahead.
Once they get to the training room proper, Fiona's gonna look around. Oh, this place is surprisingly well kept up. Although spring seems a lot more martial here, from what I understand. Yeah.
This training room, by the way, is something that you would expect to see in summer.
Yeah, because if the course is the same, then yeah, spring's like ridiculously militant here.
Yes, they are.
What's your desire? Combat. What?
Well, then you got to combat yourself into the ground, now, aren't you?
I guess. Yeah.
What is your profession, Combat?
So Fiona will look to Xavier and she'll ask, all right, so I figure you just want to throw them hands, right?
That's fine, or we can.
All right. Because to be honest, as good as I think you are with that cleaver, I'd rather not have to test your skills with it personally.
Bah humbug. As he kind of flicks the knife into the wall, it goes into the wall and it kind of stays there. He kind of gets into a pose.
Nah, Chef, Fiona gets into her pose. She'll look over and say, you want in on this or nah?
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was putting kids to bed.
No biggie. To catch you up, Xavier, Millie, and Fiona have ended up in the. They got to the training room of the spring court, which is the training room of the summer court. It's stocked to that level at the very least. It's maintained to that level, and Fiona and Xavier are about to square off, unarmed, and she looked to Millie and asked if she wanted in on this too.
Sure.
Okay. If it gets that bad, if we go that far, only the knockout. Got it?
I got you, boo.
I know you got me. I'm talking about her.
All right.
She gives him the most innocent look possible and goes, "Of course." Fear for your life.
Swear if I have to call down the light and no thrive this shit. And I'm down for just a narrative combat, to be honest, without doing too many dice.
All right, we can do narrative. It's fine.
We'll you know how we get. We will get bogged down in just the dice rolls.
It's fine. We could just do narrative. The thing that you'll notice about Xavier, you notice that he is. This is definitely not his first rodeo. It's definitely not. You can tell when somebody's used to squaring off with people, just the way his mouth is, and you can see that the way he's throwing his punches, he's taken quite a few years of like boxing. His hits are direct. He throws one hell of a mean left hook.
Okay. For Fiona's part, Fiona, it looks like she's an amateur boxer, but an expert street fighter.
Mm-hmm.
Wherever she learned to fight, it was in an environment where she just kind of had to get good. It's almost like it's almost Red City kind of combat, honestly.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's Red City. They're going like,
Yeah.
boom, boom. No such thing as cheating. You were just too slow.
Exactly.
Millie is flexible and agile, and she kind of moves like water. Like she moves like somebody who's lived her entire life in the water. And while her hits aren't like super strong, they're fast. There you go.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah. She doesn't have a lot of power behind her, but she's fast. So her speed and the amount of times she can hit you before you realize she's hit you make up for it. So it hurts about the same.
That's fair.
The more and more as it goes on, the more and more savage Xavier gets. His knuckles are bleeding. He seems to blocked out the pain.
Hey, Fiona's down to keep going at this point. As long as he don't start getting once he starts like obviously like losing his shit, or says I'm good now, she'll stop. But
when his hands are coated in a fresh tint of red, he says, "I'm okay now."
Fiona immediately stops. Puts on the hands. Says, "Hey, Jamie, that was a really good fight. I can't believe you learned how to fight that well. That's really, really, really impressive, dude. I actually knew a guy really, really back in the day. He could fight that well too. It's really interesting. He learned how to do something called a dancer roll, something like off of anime or something too. Anyway, yeah, you fight really well."
Thank you.
Millie just kind of flops back on the training mat and pants and goes, "That was fun."
Do we need to do that with you more often, Millie? Because I feel like we need to do that with you more often. Because I'd rather not have you talk about dismemberment or flaying or all that other stuff. It sounds really edgelordy. I think that's the name, right? I think that's called edgelordiness. Anyway, yeah, it's very edgelordy. And whilst I don't mind being edgelordy, I mean, after all, I'm literally a woman born of lightning that's dressed in like a punk aesthetic. I think that's what it's called, punk aesthetic. Punk aesthetic.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's not the 90s anymore. Oh, wow, that's a real tangent. Sorry about that, guys. Anyway, you look like you need outlets.
I swim a lot. I train a lot. I just have an excess of anger. I'm one of those people who takes a bite out of the whole Kit Kat. I just want to watch the world burn.
With that, he looks.
By the
It's from the Dark Knight. That's the reference. Sorry.
The text that you have, Anthony, is exactly the way it was sent. Like, that's the way that it's typed out is the way it was typed out. That's how he receives it.
Antonia's gotten worse. Thanks.
Millie sits up quick.
I was going to let him know that what happened, since he is kind of, he leads up the court list and he might be coming his way. I think his sickness is getting worse. We need to move along quicker than anticipated.
All right. There was another reason I wanted to come on down here. It's a start for right now, but for us to find out what can work, we need to know what hasn't. Do you think you can, or if you can't, know someone that can, get us some of the records on treatment options and how they failed, if they failed, things like that?
Xavier, you have a phone?
Yeah, I do.
All right. I'm going to send you a zip file. These are all the records that I have and what research I've done. It's a little extensive. It's a gig of information.
All right.
Basically, when Fiona gets it, what they've tried is the summer contracts of healing, the spring contracts of healing, all known goblin fruit form of healing, and the contract healing sacrifice.
Okay, so they've pretty much tried everything officially published within the Changing the Lost game line.
Pretty much.
Okay.
And the healing sacrifice was performed by somebody not of the court, as well as the goblin fruit was provided by most people not of the courts. But essentially, they have exhausted everything changelings know to do.
Without getting into the weird shit.
Without getting into the super weird shit.
Okay.
And one person did suggest making like a contract, but the hob in question, when they went to make the contract, suddenly stopped and said that he wouldn't, freaked out and basically refused to make the contract.
Whoa, hold on. That's a note. Fiona's noting that right the fuck down. Maybe an option. It's definitely going to be an angle to work. And that's Fiona's saying out loud.
There is one thing, Fiona and Millie, that I want to let you know. Something that I've stumbled across. It's not too well known, but as he looks and kind of goes through his notes, have you ever wondered what happens when you have certain specialized talents?
What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes when individuals see together like-minded individuals, they sometimes form groups. And in these groups, they have specific talents. You have those that are more martial, those that are scholars. A lot of what they do is usually, how should you say, not for everyone to know.
Oh, you mean like a motley?
It's a little bit more intense than a motley because of the fact that these groups or entitlements are based off of philosophies, right? And I was able to track one down in the archives of the Supreme Court. When I went to talk to the king and the queen about it, they honestly didn't know this was a thing.
You
But there's something called a dream healer or a dream doctor.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they're a group of people who are the best of the best of the best. They so much so that they give up themselves for the better good, insofar as for the pursuit of medicine and treating maladies.
You want to
They
stick on them?
actually stop fate. They actually give themselves. They fade from existence. So I've been trying to track one down, and I've been asking around. Nobody in the Supreme Court has even heard of it. And my next best bet is to ask somebody from the Autumn Court and maybe even the Winter Court to see if we can track someone down. If the rumors are true, I mean, this is the last chance to save him.
Millie has a contemplative look on her face.
Based off of my notes and what I've seen and people I've talked to, he could very well die. Because it's getting worse. I think it's starting to affect his psyche. Actually, I do have a connection. I could talk to Andreas to see if I can get a meeting with Queen Mare. And you think you could talk to Rose? No, right. Yeah, we're going out. I'll talk to Rose and see if you can talk to the Winter Court to see if they heard anything. We're not asking them for aid, but more so asking for leads, or if they know anyone that's part of this. I think.
I know that I was going to see Rose soon. There is also Rocky. She may be becoming Queen of Spring, but she's still Autumn Court. And
Yeah, right. We could. You're probably going to see Rose before I do, so you could talk to Rose and I'll talk to Rocky.
okay, I got you.
I think we should go talk to Uncle Tolia.
To whom?
My uncle Toli.
Right.
We should talk to him. Maybe he knows something that he's not telling us. But he's not telling anyone. He does like his secrets.
If we want to do that, I honestly have no opposition. In fact, I think that's a great idea. But considering you know him the best to my knowledge, at the very least, of this group of us, I'd want you to take point. That's the term, right? Take point?
Yeah.
No.
He nods.
Okay. So throw a thumbs up.
Not to alarm you, your uncle totally has secrets that he may not want you to know.
I've lived with him since I was 12. I know he has secrets that he doesn't want me to know. I know he tries to protect me from his bad parts. But it is important.
I think it's deeper than you might realize. And it's not my place to tell his business.
Well, then we'll find out.
Do you guys want to scoop up Rocky and make that the last part of the scene, talking to Tully himself?
I actually have to go for another scene. I was just paying.
Okay.
But if you can, if everybody's going to be up a little later, we can definitely do it in like an hour or two.
I'm down.
Sure, hold on. And that way maybe you guys can bring Rose if she wants to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Nat.
Yes, then we can end the scene.
Okay.
Thank you, players, for playing. Thank you, watchers, for viewing, and all those things you do while you do it. Good night, and goodbye.